Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. Tonight, it's all about gift giving, and I'm going to show you how to do some handmade gift ideas that might not be what people are expecting, but it won't break your budget. So we're going to start off in the kitchen and then we'll end up in the studio. But before we do all that, I'm going to show you a new way to take hand lettering to the next level, even though you might not be an expert in it. My friend Danielle is. So let me show you what we're going to do. Okay, so as you can see, I have a warm fireplace, beautiful decor, but there was something missing, and this mirror was that something missing. So I'm going to show you all these little printables that I got from my friend Danielle at Imperfect Dust with her digital dust subscription. I've been a subscriber for a very long time, and this is a great way to use beautiful hand lettering templates in your home decor, in your crafting. There's so many things you can do. So what we did here was we took that mirror, I got some carbon paper, I put the traceable digital dust printable, and I was able to make this a little bit bigger. That's what's really nice about it. You can make it bigger or smaller, whatever you want to do. I took my pencil and I carefully traced it. Now, was I perfect in this? Absolutely not. But let me show you, it doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. And this is where it comes in really handy. So I took a gold metallic Posca, I think it's called Posca paint pen. Sorry, words can be hard. And then I traced over. Now I had to go over this a couple times because I feel like the choice of the metallic, because I'm going with golds, was a little bit harder to deal with, but I feel like a white pen or a black pen would have probably been a better choice. But you know what? We live and we learn, right? So I went over the tracing with the carbon paper and then I started filling it in. This was so much fun, and guys, this really gives your whole decor, or even think about making wreath signs and all of that, so much fun to do. Now here's the thing, this is a digital product, but it's a subscription product, and when you join the Digital Dust subscription product line, you get access to over 500 files. Yes, think about all the different wreath signs or even signs that you want to make. And you get access to all of Danielle's past and future workshops. So it's really a great deal. And I'll leave my information to get signed up down in the description box. As you can see, Crosby got in on the action here. He thought it was really cool what Mom was doing. And of course, I love this kid. Can't help myself, right? But listen, if you've wanted to try hand lettering and kind of been intimidated by it, this is a great way to start. The bad side with the mirror is fingerprints, so I had to clean it up, but I think it turned out beautifully, and I love how it did. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make some gifts, and this is a peppermint cocoa. Now, this comes from my friend Kim, This Old Baker's website. So here's the thing. I'm not going to give you the details on how much to put in each of these jars because I want you to go to her website. So go down to the description box below, find the recipes. I'll have everything clearly marked, but this was a peppermint cocoa mix and it was so much fun to make, and we even make something else to go with it. And of course you need these little marshmallows. You can get these at your local grocery store. It's a lot of fun, but this is a wonderful way to just kind of give a really precious gift that maybe you have most of the stuff in your cupboard already. I did get these jars. I thought they were really pretty, but let's make all four of these. I wanted to give these away to some friends of mine, and I love this little like can collar that I got through Kim's site. So you're going to want to grab this. It makes it so much easier, and I definitely will be using this for future projects. But once you have them all filled, then we're going to decorate it. So I had some extra things, and this right here is something I used to teach how to make. I used to make these little ornaments, earrings with these little snowmen, but now you can go to Hobby Lobby and just buy them. And listen, when they're 50% off, that's a great way to do it. So you're going to take a little earring holder. You're going to separate where the jump ring is, and you're just going to add it on to your earring hook. There you go. You got a brand new pair of earrings. Aren't these the cutest though? But I did have these little snowflakes. I believe these came from Hobby Lobby too. And I thought, let's just kind of glue these around the rim of our jar here. And then we're going to make a nice little bow and hang those earrings. So not only are my friends getting wonderful peppermint hot cocoa mix, but they're getting a pair of snowman earrings as well. And if you haven't subscribed to Julie's Wreath Boutique here on YouTube, make sure to do that. So I'm going to just take some red ribbon that I have on hand. Let's be honest, guys. We all have extra Christmas crafting supplies. That's what I want you to do. What do you have that you can use? This makes it a lot cheaper. I even had some of these jars on hand because I use them for sourdough. We use them also for making Jello. Crosby loves to make Jello, and we do them in these jars because then it gives us single servings, and he loves that. So I'm going to show you how to make this really cute, easy handmade bow. And then I took another little snowflake, put it on top. But that snowflake was perfect to hang these earrings. So I had to take the backing off of these earrings that we made, and we're just going to hang them on that snowflake. But feel free to get creative and do whatever you want. I just thought this was a fun idea to add a little bit of something extra. And those little snowman earrings, guys, you can't make them for as cheap as I bought them. All right. So keep that in mind. Ignore the messy handwriting. Again, I need Danielle's classes more than anything. My handwriting is atrocious, but I think it's super cute and I love how this turned out. So not only do they get a warm cup of cocoa, they get some earrings too. Next, we're going to make some salted caramel coffee mix. Now, we're going to take instant coffee. We're going to take brown sugar, and this is dry milk. You guys probably have most of this on hand, right? And then we are going to add some powdered sugar here, and we're going to mix, mix, mix. All right. So once you get this all mixed up and ready to go, you're going to put it in a jar. Now, I had some extra little goodness here that I'm going to put in there just because I can. Let's be honest. It's the little Heath tidbits that you put in like cookies and stuff. But this again was another recipe that I got from Kim's website, This Old Baker. Make sure to check her out down in the description box below. She's also one of my Biz Boutique members, and I love her to death. She is so great in what she does and works so hard. So give her some love, follow her, and thanks, Kim, for these wonderful recipes. Now, this one my dad's gonna love. Have you ever loved like an Almond Joy candy bar? Well, this is an Almond Joy cookie mix. Now, I got these jars. I'm gonna look them up to see if you can get these. They have like a brown tint. They were really pretty. I picked them up at a local store, but I'll look and see if I can find the links on Amazon or Walmart. So just check down in the description box below. And you're gonna add all the different ingredients. I took my whisk and kind of put it on the inside and kind of smoothed it out when I needed it to kind of be packed down a little bit. And of course, you're going to have coconut. So I can't wait to actually make these cookies. And I know they're having fun upstairs. I'm recording a voiceover and I don't know if you heard that. Let me know in the comments if you heard my little elephants. Do you guys remember the little elephants? Well, we added the almonds and I used my little whisk to kind of push it down. Now, Kim did suggest to roast some of these almonds before you put it in. But did I do that? No, I didn't, because I was running out of time and it was late at night. So sorry, Kim. And I noticed that I bought 2 packs of different almonds. But listen, when you add the chocolate chips, you add that with your heart. You measure with your heart. Let's be honest. But all of the 3 recipes that I'm using from Kim's website, again, are linked down below. Now, when somebody links a website and they have a recipe or a craft tutorial, go to the website, guys. I know that it might seem like an extra chore for you, but what it does is it helps that person tremendously, because when you go to a website, you are actually making them money. And how does that work? That works through ads, and that's how they make their money. And that's how Kim makes her money. So that's why I'm not going to list all of the ingredients and everything here. I want you to go to her website and I'll leave you the links. Now I thought, why not make a little bit of a stretchy cord that we can put around the rim of this jar. I have these beads. Again, everything I'm using for the decor of this, I have. So I know you guys have some Christmas craft stash, don't we all? I made this like a little kind of bracelet or whatnot, if you want to call that. And then I just kind of started my own pattern and I measured it around the jar. Now, here is the key with this. You're going to make a tie. You're going to slip knot it twice. Super glue is what keeps it together. And if you're making any type of jewelry, that's another tip for you. And the second part, we're going to make an ornament. What better way to make beautiful handmade cookie recipe that all they have to do is add like eggs and the wet ingredients, and they can make their own cookies when they want, but an ornament to put on the tree. Now, I'm 100% positive that I got this ornament from Hobby Lobby. It was in my stash. Again, we all have a Christmas craft stash, and if you don't, you will if you keep following me, I promise. So what I did is I used the Posca pens, and if I'm saying that right, wrong, I'm sorry. But and then I colored them with green on the base of the tree and a little bit of gold on the top. Now, I love little gems, and we're going to do this again, but I have these gems that I have a ton of. They'll last you forever, and I'm using this gem tack glue and adding all of these little jewels as like a little ornaments, and I really feel like it really puts it all together. I just take it and I tie it on to our little um ring of pretty beads, and honestly this little whole thing could be the ornament itself. They could hang it on a tree, they could hang it on so many different things, but I think it turned out beautifully. Okay, so let's talk about the next one because it goes by really fast. First thing you're going to need is some sort of dish. You can get these from Amazon, but you could go to Dollar Tree too. The next thing, you're going to need this tool. It is a bedazzling tool. And on the end of this is a wax tip, and it picks up each and every little gem. You're going to need the gem tack glue. I'll list that down below, but you're just going to take the time to put all these gems on and let it dry overnight. I did that. Then I'm going to take this UV resin that I got on Amazon. Super easy. It doesn't require any type of mixing. It's ready to go. I add it on to this little dish. We do this type of thing over on Amazon Live, and I love doing it. It's so fun to play with different crafting mediums. I love it. So once we get the resin on, then I take this little spatula that I use and I'll just kind of spread it out. And then what I'm going to do, you could use a hairdryer here, guys, but I'm using a hot air gun, and it kind of blows out all the bubbles that we might get with the resin. It just helps. That little blue thing is a resin hardener, sealer. I'm not sure what they call it, a cure, but it's super easy. It is battery or rechargeable, so that makes it really nice. And I just let that go a couple times, and we have a really cute little dish. Now, if you want to watch more of these amazing videos that we do here on YouTube every day, make sure to subscribe and make sure to follow. And if you watch the whole thing, leave me a Christmas tree down in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see for 2026, and thank you for watching Julie's Wreath Boutique.